Can you repost the link? Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. I assume you're all able to hear me. Thanks for being here. We'll get started with the Satsang this afternoon, or this morning for some of you, this afternoon for some of you, this evening for some of you. For me, it's past 10 p.m. Sorry. So I welcome you all. We'll just begin with Amma's Dhyana Shloka, and then I'll just explain you what we're going to do today. So let us all chant together. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah Harihi Om Dhyayamo Dhavalavagunthanavatim Tejomayim Naishtikim Snigdhapangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandasmitashrimukhim Vatsalyamritavarshinim Sumadhuram Sankirtanalapinim Shyamangim Madhusikta Suktim Amritanandatmikam Ishwari. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. So for the format that we will follow today, I had some emails requesting to have some bhajans too. So we'll start with a short meditation for about 5 to 7 minutes. I will lead you through the meditation. After that, we'll sing a couple of bhajans. I will lead the bhajans. I'll try to show you the words and the meaning too, so that you could follow the bhajans along with me. We'll then chant the 108 names of our most beloved Amma, Ashtotara Shatanamavali. We'll have a bhajan after that, following which I'll share some of my thoughts with you in form of a talk, and then based on how much time we have, how much you are yawning, I will sing 1 or 2 more bhajans, and then we'll conclude praying for world peace, chanting the peace prayer, Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So that would be the format for today. So with your permission, we'll get started. So we'll start with a short meditation. So it would be best we are in a place, or we make ourselves comfortable in a place that we would be least distracted. Let us all sit in a comfortable posture. Let us have our back as straight as possible. Let us not strain ourselves. Let us be comfortable and slowly close our eyes. Closing our eyes, let us try to feel as relaxed as we could be. Let go of every thought possible. Let us feel all our problems and worries disappearing. Let us try to relax our body, relaxing each part of our body. Let us feel a sensation of coolness or warmth, whichever we are comfortable with, feeling that sensation spread over each part of our body. and feel that part of the body relaxing. Let us feel the sensation spread over our head, over the face, around the neck. Feel it spread over the shoulders, down our arms. Feel it spread over the chest, the upper back, every part of our body relaxing, experiencing the sensation of coolness or warmth. Feel it spread over the stomach region, the lower back, around the hip, over the thighs, the knees, all the way down to our toes. Let us feel every cell in our body calming down. Feel every muscle loosening up. Feel the whole body completely relaxing. Let us then shift our focus to our breathing. Let us breathe normally, just in the usual pace that we breathe in otherwise. But let us breathe as consciously as we could, being completely aware of every breath in and every breath out. Be aware of the air flowing in through the nostrils, through the nasal cavity, down the throat, down the windpipe. Be aware of the air flowing into the lungs and the lungs expanding. Be aware of the lungs contracting, the air flowing out of the lungs, up the windpipe, through the nasal cavity, out through the nostrils. Let go of every other thought. Remain completely focused on our breath alone, breathing in and out with as much awareness as we could. Let us then mentally infuse the vibrations Ma and Om with each of our inhale and exhale respectively. Ma represents divine love and Om represents divine light. But for now, let us not bother about the meaning of the vibrations, rather just feel the vibration along with each of our inhale and exhale respectively. So as we breathe in, feel the vibration Ma, and as we breathe out, feel the vibration Om. Breathe in Ma, breathe out Om. Ma, Om, Ma, Om, Ma, Om. Let us continue this practice for a few more seconds, letting go of every other thought, completely remaining focused on our breath and feeling the vibrations Ma and Om along. Continue this for a few more seconds. Let us then feel the vibrations Ma and Om slowly subside. Let us feel these vibrations dissolve into each of our inhale and exhale respectively, becoming the very nature of our breathing process, filling us with divine love with every breath in, inculcating the quality of selflessness, and ever emanate divine light with every breath out, expressing the selflessness through our virtues, through our qualities. As the vibrations Ma and Om subside, let us feel the silence that follows, both within and without, and simply remain in that stillness for a few seconds, completely relaxed, completely calm, both physically and mentally. Let us all now together chant the sacred syllable Om 3 times. As we chant the Pranava Mantra Om for the first time, let us feel the sound, the vibration Om arise from deep within, from the level of the navel, rising up through the chest, through the throat, out through the mouth as we chant it. Let us take in a deep breath. As we chant the sacred syllable Om for the second time, let us feel every cell in our body reverberating with the sound of Om, and feel that this experience purifies the physical body, the mind, and the very core of our existence. Let us again take in a deep breath. And as we chant the sacred syllable Om for the third time, let us feel everything around us reverberating with the sound of Om, and feel that this positive vibration, this positive feeling flows out to the entire creation, spreading the feeling of love, peace, joy and happiness everywhere upon everyone. Yet again a deep breath. Let us conclude the meditation so as to make the best of our attending the satsang wherever we are. Let us try to maintain a meditative mood wherever we are, to remain as focused as one-pointed throughout the satsang. That would help us make the best of our attending the satsang. It is the tradition that any auspicious deed that we perform, we begin with seeking the blessings of the Sadguru, the spiritual master, and then that of Lord Ganesha, who is believed to be the remover of obstacles. We'll sing a couple of bhajans, first in praise of our most beloved Amma, then in praise of Lord Ganesha. We'll be displaying the words and the meaning. Please feel free to sing along as the bhajans are being sung here. Om Amriteshwari. Sadguru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Sadguru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Om Guru Mata Sadguru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Jai Guru Mata Shri Guru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Jagat Guru Mata Param Guru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Jagat Guru Mata Param Guru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Jagat Guru Mata Param Guru Mata Amritanandamayi Mama Janani Mama Guru Mata Divya Guru Mata मयि मम जननी मम गुरुमाता दिव्य गुरुमाता अमृतानंद मयि मम जननी अमृतानंद मयि मम जननी अमृतानंद मयि मम जननी अमृतानंद मयि मम जननी अमृतानंद मयि मम जननी। सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी मम जननी जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा। गजानन कष्ट हरो गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा। रिद्धि सिद्धि के प्रेम भक्ति के दाता। रिद्धि सिद्धि के ओ स्वामी प्रेम भक्ति के दाता। अंधकार में डूबे मन को अंधकार में डूबे मन को कर दो अब उजियारा। अंधकार में डूबे मन को अब कर दो उजियारा। तुझको मेरा पहला वंदन, तुझको मेरा पहला वंदन, बार बार प्रणाम गजानन, बार बार प्रणाम। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन, कष्ट हरो हमारा। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन, कष्ट हरो हमारा। रूप तेरा है कितना प्यारा, माँ पार्वती के पाला। रूप तेरा है कितना प्यारा, माँ पार्वती के पाला। मान मात पिता जग सारा, मान मात पिता जग सारा, परम ज्ञान भर पाया। मान मात पिता जग सारा, परम ज्ञान भर पाया। गीत पे मेरे नाचो गणपति, गीत पे मेरे नाचो गणपति, भक्त का दिल भर जाए गजानन, भक्त का दिल भर जाए। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन, कष्ट हरो हमारा। जय 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 गणनाथ गजानन, कष्ट हरो हमारा। गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा, गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा, गजानन कष्ट हरो हमारा। Amriteshwarye Namah. We will now all together chant Amma's 108 names, the Ashtottara Shatanamavali. As the 108 names are chanted, we typically offer flower petals at the lotus feet of our most beloved Amma, which is symbolic of offering our everything at the lotus feet, be it the desires, the prayers that we have, and at the same time, the goodness and the strengths that we have, the negativities and the shortcomings that we have, everything as a mark of complete surrender. As we chant the 108 names, let us visualize mentally offering flower petals at the lotus feet of our most beloved Amma, visualizing Amma in front of us. And let us utilize this time to contemplate on the goodness and the negativities in us, in form of our thoughts that we process, in form of the tendencies and habits that we have developed, in form of the qualities that we express in different situations of life. Contemplating on each one of them, let us offer them at the lotus feet, praying to our most beloved Amma to enhance those qualities if they are good ones, or help us get rid of them if they are negative ones. Keeping that in our mind, let us together chant the 108 names. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। ध्यायामो धवलावगुण्ठनवतीं तेजोमयीं नैष्ठिकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं संकीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरीम्। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ पूर्णब्रह्मस्वरूपिण्यै नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये नमः। ॐ आत्मारामाग्रगण्यायै नमः। ॐ योगलीनान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ अन्तर्मुखस्वभावायै नमः। ॐ तुर्यतुङ्गस्थलीजुषे नमः। ॐ प्रभामण्डलवीतायै नमः। ॐ दुरासदमहौजसे नमः। ॐ त्यक्तदिग्वस्तुकालादसर्वावच्छेदराशये नमः। ॐ सजातीयविजातीयस्वीयभेदनिराकृते नमः। ॐ वाणीबुद्धिविमृग्यायै नमः। ॐ शश्वतव्यक्तवर्त्मने नमः। ॐ नामरूपादिशून्यायै नमः। ॐ शून्यकल्पविभूतये नमः। ॐ षडैश्वर्यसमुद्रायै नमः। ॐ दूरीकृतषडूर्मये नमः। ॐ नित्यप्रबुद्धसंशुद्धनिर्मुक्तात्मप्रभामुचे नमः। ॐ कारुण्याकुलचित्तायै नमः। ॐ त्यक्तयोगसुषुप्तये नमः। ॐ केरलक्ष्मावतीर्णायै नमः। ॐ मानुषस्त्रीवपुर्भृते नमः। ॐ धर्मिष्ठसुगुणानन्ददमयन्ती स्वयंभुवे नमः। ॐ मातापितृचिराचीर्णपुण्यपूरफलात्मने नमः। ॐ निःशब्दजननीगर्भनर्गमाद्भुतकर्मणे नमः। ॐ काली श्रीकृष्णसङ्काशकोमलश्यामलत्विषे नमः। ॐ चिरनष्टपुनर्लब्धभार्गवक्षेत्रसम्पदे नमः। ॐ मृतप्रायभृगक्षेत्रपुनरुत्थिततेजसे नमः। ॐ सौशील्यादिगुणाकृष्टजङ्गमस्थावरालये नमः। ॐ मनुष्यमृगपक्ष्यादिसर्वसंसेविताङ्घ्रये नमः। ॐ नैसर्गिकदयातीर्थस्नानक्लिन्नान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ दरिद्रजनताहस्तसमर्पितनिजान्धसे नमः। ॐ अन्यवक्त्रप्रभुक्तान्नपूरितस्वीयकुक्षये नमः। ॐ सम्प्राप्तसर्वभूतात्मस्वात्मसत्तानुभूतये नमः। ॐ अशिक्षितस्वयं स्वान्तस्फुरत्कृष्णविभूतये नमः। ॐ अच्छिन्नमधुरोदारकृष्णलीलानुसन्धये नमः। ॐ दन्दात्मजमुखालोकनित्योत्कण्ठितचेतसे नमः। ॐ गोविन्दविप्रयोगाधिदावदग्धान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ वियोगशोकसम्मूर्च्छामुहुपतितवर्ष्मणे नमः। ॐ सारमेयादिभीतशुश्रूषालब्धबुद्धये नमः। ॐ प्रेमभक्तिबलाकृष्टप्रादुर्भाविदशाङ्गिणे नमः। ॐ कृष्णालोकमहाह्लादध्वस्तशोकान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ काञ्चीचन्द्रकमञ्जीरवंशीशोभीस्वभूदृशे नमः। ॐ सार्वत्रिकऋषिकेशसान्निध्यलहरीस्पृशे नमः। ॐ सुस्मेरतन्मुखालोकविस्मेरोत्फुल्लदृष्टये नमः। ॐ तत्कान्तियमुनार्स्पर्शघ्रष्टरोमाङ्गयष्टये नमः। ॐ अप्रतीक्षितसम्प्राप्तदेवीरूपोपलब्धये नमः। ॐ पाणिपद्मसपद्वीणा शोभमानाम्बिकादृशे नमः। ॐ देवी सद्यः स्थिरोधानतापव्यथितचेतसे नमः। ॐ दीनरोदननिर्घोषदीर्णदिक्कर्णवत्मने नमः। ॐ त्यक्तान्नपाननिद्रादसर्वदैहिकधर्मणे नमः। ॐ कुररादसमानीतभक्षपोषितवश्मणे नमः। ॐ वीणानिष्यन्दिसङ्गीतलालितश्रुतिनाळये नमः। ॐ अपारपरमानन्दलहरीमग्नचेतसे नमः। ॐ चण्डिका भीकराकारदर्शनालब्धशर्मणे नमः। ॐ शान्तरूपामृतझरी पारणानर्तृतात्मने नमः। ॐ शारदा स्मारकाशेषस्वभावगुणसम्पदे नमः। ॐ प्रतिबिम्बितचान्त्रे शारदोऽभयमूर्तये नमः। ॐ तन्नाडकाभिनयननित्यरङ्कयितात्मने नमः। ॐ चान्द्रे शारदा केळीकल्लोलितसुधाब्धये नमः। ॐ उत्तेजितभृगुक्षेत्रदैवचैतन्यरंहसे नमः। ॐ भूयः प्रत्यवरुद्धार्षदिव्यसंस्कारराशये नमः। ॐ अप्राकृताद्भुतानन्दकल्याणगुणसिन्धवे नमः। ॐ ऐश्वर्यवीर्यकीर्तिश्रीज्ञानवैराग्यवेश्मणे नमः। उमुपात्तबालगोपालवेशभूषा विभूतये नमः। ॐ स्मेरस्निग्धकटाक्षायै नमः। ॐ स्वैराध्युषितवेदये नमः। ॐ पिञ्छकुण्डलमञ्जीरवंशिका किङ्किणीभृते नमः। ॐ भक्तलोकाखिलाभीष्टपूरणप्रीणनेच्छवे नमः। ॐ पीठारूढमहादेवी भावभास्वरमूर्तये नमः। ॐ भूषणाम्बरवेशश्रीदीप्यमानाङ्गयष्टये नमः। ॐ सुप्रसन्नमुखाम्भोजवराभयदपाणये नमः। ॐ किरीटरशनाकर्णपूरस्वर्णपटीभृते नमः। ॐ जिह्वालीढमहारोगीभीभत्सव्रणितत्वचे नमः। ॐ त्वग्रोगध्वंसनिष्णातगौराङ्गापरमूर्तये नमः। ॐ स्तेयहिंसासुरापानाद्यशेषाधर्मविद्विषे नमः। ॐ त्यागवैराग्यमैत्र्यादिसर्वसद्वासनापुषे नमः। ॐ पादाश्रितमनोरूढदुःसंस्काररहोमुषे नमः। ॐ प्रेमभक्तिसुधासिक्तसाधुचित्तगुहाज्युषे नमः। ॐ सुधामणिमहानाम्ने नमः। ॐ सुभाषितसुधामुचे नमः। ॐ अमृतानन्दमय्याख्याजनकर्णपुटस्पृशे नमः। ॐ दृप्तदत्तविरक्तायै नमः। ॐ नम्रार्पितबुभुक्षवे नमः। ॐ उत्सृष्टभोगिसङ्गायै नमः। ॐ योगिसङ्गरिरंसवे नमः। ॐ अभिनन्दितदानादिशुभकर्माभिवृद्धये नमः। ॐ अभिवन्दितनिःशेषस्थिरजङ्गमसृष्टये नमः। ॐ प्रोत्साहितब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायप्रवृत्तये नमः। ॐ पुनरासादितश्रेष्ठतपोविपिनवृत्तये नमः। ॐ भूयो गुरुकुलावासशिक्षणोत्सुकमेधसे नमः। ॐ अनेकनैष्ठिकब्रह्मचारनिर्मातृवेधसे नमः। ॐ शिष्यसङ्क्रामितस्वीयप्रोज्वलद्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नमः। ॐ अन्तेवासिजनाशेषचेष्टापातितदृष्टये नमः। ॐ मोहान्धकारसञ्चारिलोकानुग्राहिरोचिषे नमः। ॐ तमःक्लिष्टमनोवृष्टस्वप्रकाशशुभाशिषे नमः। ॐ भक्तशुद्धान्तरङ्गस्थभद्रदीपशिखात्वशे नमः। ॐ सप्रीतिभुक्तभक्तौघन्यर्पितस्नेहसर्पिषे नमः। ॐ शिष्यवर्यसभामध्यध्यानयोगविधित्सवे नमः। ॐ शश्वल्लोकहिताचारमग्नदेहेन्द्रियासवे नमः। ॐ निजपुण्यप्रदानान्यपापादानचिकीर्षवे नमः। ॐ परस्वर्यापनस्वीयनरकप्राप्तिलिप्सवे नमः। ॐ रथोत्सवचलत्कन्याकुमारीमत्यमूर्तये नमः। ॐ विमोहार्णवनिर्मग्नभृगक्षेत्रोजिहीर्षवे नमः। ॐ पुनस्सन्तानितद्वैपायनसत्कुलतन्तवे नमः। ॐ वेदशास्त्रपुराणेतिहासशाश्वतबन्धवे नमः। ॐ भृगुक्षेत्रसमुन्मीलत्परदैवततेजसे नमः। ॐ देव्यै नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। Om Amriteshwarye Namah. We'll sing one more bhajan, and after that I'll share some of my thoughts with you in form of a talk. Nature is our home, God in another form. Nature is our home, God in another form. wonder of this world. Let's love and protect, care and respect the wonder of this world. Mother Nature, may our hearts rise in the beauty of creation. Mother Nature, may our hearts rise in the beauty of creation. Seeing God in one another, in the wind, the trees, the water. Seeing God in one another, in the wind, the trees, the water. Every bird that sings, all living things are nothing else but you. Every bird that sings, all living things are nothing else but you. Part of the whole, we have to play our role. As part of the whole, we have to play our role. Learning to feel, striving to heal the wounds of the world. Learning to feel, striving to heal the wounds of the world. Mother Nature, may our hearts rise in the beauty of creation. Mother Nature, may our hearts rise in the beauty of creation. Seeing God in one another, in the wind, the trees, the water. Seeing God in one another, in the wind, the trees, the water. Every bird that sings, all living things are nothing else but you. Every bird that sings, all living things are nothing else but you. Nature only gives, sustaining all that live. Nature only gives, sustaining all that live. For us to survive, we need to strive to care for all of life. For us nothing else but you. Are 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 nothing else but you. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Svetambaram Svetavilepa Pushpam Mukta Vibhusham Muditam Dvinetram Vamangapithasthita Divya Shaktim Mandasmitam Purna Kripa Nidanam Jnanaswarupam Nija Bhavayuktam Anandam Anandakaram Prasannam Yogindra Medyam Bhavaroga Vaidyam Srimad Guru Mamritanandamayi Namami Srimad Guru Mamritanandamayi Namami Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. Om Amriteshwaryai Namah. I'll share some of my thoughts with you over the next few minutes. Usually when I give a talk, I usually have a set of people I would watch, and the moment they start yawning, I understand I need to start wrapping up. And sometimes the talk goes on and on and on because of certain topics are such that it's difficult to end. And the yawning becomes bigger and bigger. The mouth opens wider and wider, so as to tell me, please stop. But fortunately or unfortunately, I don't have anyone sitting in front of me. I just have the computer in front of me. So in case I talk too much, probably the computer will shut down. That would be the sign I should stop. But in any case, we often complain about our lives being very busy. We say our life has become mechanical. It's become monotonous. It is meaningless. It is very stressful, etc., etc. And I'm sure we must have all prayed at some point of time in our lives. As a kid, we may have prayed, "Oh God, please, I don't want school today. Could you please, give us, make it happen that the school isn't functioning today. I would like to play the whole day. I wish no one wakes me up in the morning, forces me to get ready and go to school." As a spouse, you may have prayed, "I wish I had a full day with my better half so that I could spend quality time with him or her." We usually complain, "I'm sick of this traffic jam that I have to deal with every day. It looks like it is the biggest curse I have in my life." Sometimes we say, "I just don't want to see the ugly face of my boss anymore. I wish I could always work from home." As students, we may have prayed, "Oh God, please somehow get the exams postponed. I'm not prepared for the exam." Or even to the extent we would have prayed, "Oh God, please somehow just make the exams vanish. Let me get promoted to the next grade without exams." And there are many more prayers that we could think of. We would pray, oh God, please show mercy, please show compassion towards us, listen to our prayers. The interesting thing is the Sanskrit word for mercy or compassion is Karuna. And today we are in the age of smartphones. Smartphones very smartly autocorrect whatever we type. Probably when we pray to God, show me Karuna, show me compassion, probably it got autocorrected to show me Corona. And probably all our prayers have been satisfied. I know some of the kids here are so excited that they have no exams and they are going to get promoted to their next grade. I'm not trying to discount the severity of the situation, the gravity of the situation. We definitely are in a dire situation today in the world. I'm not telling let us forget about it and celebrate. Rather, my point is, why make it into a negative experience if we have an option to make it into a positive experience? The Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 2, there is a verse that goes as Matra Sparshasta Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhada Agama Payino Nitya Tam Stitikshasva Bharata. The verse says that in life we have dual experiences. It uses the word Shitoshna and Sukha Dukkha. Shita in Sanskrit means feeling cold. Ushna, heat. So we experience cold, we experience heat. Sukha, Dukkha. Sukha, pleasant experiences. Dukkha, unpleasant experiences. So as part of life, it is natural that we experience, our experiences are dual in nature. We experience good, we have bad experiences. And what causes them? Matra sparsha. What causes them is our senses, is our sense organs. When they interact with sense objects around us, we have an experience which is either good or bad, which is either pleasant or unpleasant. But the important part about these experiences, or important characteristics of these experiences, it says agama paina. All these experiences are such that they come and they go. They are ephemeral in nature. They don't stay forever. We need to understand every experience. They have to pass. So the last part of the verse, it's Lord Krishna says, Tam Titikshasva Bharata. Titiksha is a beautiful word. It says, it translates to endurance. It translates to forbearance. So rather than trying to escape a situation, face that situation, endure through that situation, forbear that situation, and try to overcome any hurdle that we may have in our life. That's what Lord Krishna teaches us in Bhagavad Gita. I was initially thinking we should not discuss about Corona. Enough has been, we hear so much about Corona everywhere in news, and even when we make a phone call nowadays in India, you get this message automatically. Rather than hearing tring, 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 you hear a message giving us advice about how to take care of ourselves given the pandemic of Corona virus, COVID-19. So I thought I should not discuss about it, but I got a few emails from specifically from North America. They said, we would like to hear what I think about coronavirus. Amma's message was released a few days ago, a video message, which is very profound, a lot to think about. So given that, I don't think my thoughts matter at all. But I thought I'll share a couple of thoughts with you. I have been in self-isolation for the last several days. When you're in self-isolation, you have nothing better to do. It's like the joke that Amma talks about, how two dads discuss with each other. The first dad asks, what is your son up to? Is he employed? The second dad says, no, he's not employed. He has no job. So what is he doing? The second dad says he has nothing better to do, so he meditates every day. So I have nothing better to do in my room. So I try to meditate, I try to contemplate, because I know the day I come out of the room, Amma is going to ask me, what all did you do in the room? So I need to be prepared to answer Amma. So as part of my contemplation, I've been thinking about a few things I thought I will share with you. I'm very happy that, even my normal life otherwise, especially in North America, is such where I would be packing my bag every every third or fourth day, and I'm going to the next city. And sometimes when I wake up in the morning, it takes a little while for me to calibrate where I am, which city I am, which house or which ashram I am in. So I feel it's a big blessing that Amma has given me this golden opportunity to be just within the four walls. For the last several days, I've just been in there. So I've definitely done a lot of thinking and contemplation. I thought I'll just share a couple of things from there with you. Before I get there, contemplation during a difficult period is very during a difficult time, it's not very easy. It's like this story wherein I've shared this a few number of times. You may have heard me share this with you before, about this little boy who had been ever craving to have a remote controlled drone that you could fly. So finally for Christmas, his dad gets him the drone. And the son is so excited, he rips open the package, opens the box, gets the drone out, gets the remote control, turns it on and starts flying it. And the father warns him, you better read the user manual, you better read the catalog and make sure you know everything about this, so that in case there is a problem, you know how to handle the drone. The son just says, just keep quiet, daddy, I know how to handle the drone, it's very obvious, I'll take care of it. And he starts flying. In about 20 minutes, the battery of the drone just drains out. He didn't know that the battery would last only for 20 minutes. Now he panics. In the panic, he's trying to find out, what should I do? How can I take care of the situation now? He tries to get the user manual, tries to flip through the pages, try to find how do I troubleshoot a situation like this. And in that haste, he flips it so hard that the pages tear, and he's just not able to find an answer, and he loses the drone. This is a typical example of how we are in life. We have the golden opportunity to learn from Amma's teachings, to learn from the scriptures, but when we are happy, we are too excited to learn, to contemplate on Amma's teachings. And when we are sad, our mind is too closed to be receptive to those teachings. So, it's very difficult to contemplate in difficult times, and we are in a difficult time right now. But the peculiarity of this situation, this difficult situation, is such that it is providing us with solitude. In the disguise of social distancing, we are able to be in solitude, wherein we could, read, we could think, we could contemplate, we could dive deep within. So I hope we utilize the time. I just had a couple of points to discuss with you, but before that, I thought I'll read this one particular article that was published in our monthly magazine, Mathruvani, many years ago, probably 15 or 16 years ago, written by one of the monastic disciples. It is out of his imagination, along with, the way Amma's life is. I happened to read this article last month in Secaucus, New Jersey. But I think it's still worth listening to the article once again in case you were there last month in Secaucus, New Jersey. So the article is titled Amma's Unsent Letter. It may feel like this article is out of place, but I'll try to explain my point after reading this article. So the title is Amma's Unsent Letter. It was 2 years since I came for Amma's darshan. Even so, during darshan, Amma did not utter a single word to me. In the past, how much Amma used to talk with me. Now, Amma has so many devotees to love, and she has no time left for me, or no love left for me. After reading out this letter to Amma, Amma's assistant readied the tape recorder for Amma to reply. Amma receives thousands of letters daily in several languages from all over the world. Amidst her tight work schedule, Amma will briefly reply to those who need a direct response. The normal practice is that these letters are translated and read out to Amma in Malayalam, and Amma's replies are then translated back into the respective languages before they are sent. Amma's assistant often reads the letters to Amma while she is brushing her teeth, combing her hair after her bath, or having tea. In fact, owing to the attention she gives for the reply of the letter, Amma sometimes forgets to attend to her own needs. When she heard these words, Amma was eating. She sat silently for a moment. Then she began to reply as if speaking directly to the complainant. Amma said, "Dear daughter, you are saying that Amma doesn't love you, that Amma did not talk to you even though you came for darshan after 2 years. Amma only knows how to love. She doesn't know how to show love. Amma could not say anything because her heart was overflowing with love when she saw you. Can all those things of the past 2 years be talked about in just 2 seconds? Can the ocean of love be contained in the shell of a word? But daughter, you should know that for many years, even now and always, Amma is always with you, day and night, as your shadow. My dear daughter, you should be kind enough to show a bit of love to Amma too. You have no idea how eager Amma has been to hear a word from you, or at least to see you thinking about Amma. Let me remind you, daughter, some of yesterday's events. How many times in the early morning did Amma whisper into your ears, get up, my child," but you only went deeper under your blanket. Later, when you got up hesitantly, Amma was sure that you would remember her for a moment, or at least turn to the table to glance at Amma's picture. But it doesn't matter. Maybe you had important things to think about. After all, Amma only has to look after her children. Then to remind you that you have a mother. You are a mother. Your young daughter was made to say, "Good morning, Mummy." To what end? When your daughter anxiously extended her hands to touch you, you scolded her and chased her away, shouting, "Brush your teeth, take a bath." Amma thought that perhaps you had gotten up on the wrong side of the bed. Comforting herself with the thought that there was still time left, Amma entered the kitchen. There, you started looking for a box of matches after turning the cooking stove on. When you could not find the matches, you started cursing everyone. Fortunately, your husband was shaving then, smelt the gas, and thus helped avoid a major accident. Amma felt relieved when that happened. But Amma's hope of hearing a word of thanks from your mind for God's grace, if not for Amma's, was wasted. You did not thank. Amma was still with you, supporting you when you slipped in the bathroom, reminding you to take your office key before you stepped out of the house, stirring compassion in the mind of the bus driver who started driving away from you, and ensuring your feet didn't slip when you were trying to get into the bus. Arriving ahead of you in your office, Amma found that your boss was in very angry mood. He was getting ready to shout at you. What could Amma do? At once, a close friend of his was made to call him on his phone and convey a very good news. It was when he was rejoicing at that good news that you arrived at your office. Fortunately, he did not say a word to you. Amma knows that her daughter has a lot of responsibilities at work, but Amma keeps prompting the right course in your innermost being. But more often than not, this subtle voice is drowned in the echoes of your own thoughts. Still, Amma thought that you would remember her at least while taking out your lunchbox before eating. Even when it was shown to you through the example of the person sitting next to you, it did not occur to you that you should thank God for the food you were about to have. Standing outside the room and keen to eat a ball of rice from your hand, Amma extended her hand to you. Even though you saw, you turned away. Finally, you threw the leftovers into the waste bin. Amma had to eat the leftover from the waste bin. After all, Amma's children's leftovers are her prasad. You rested for a while after lunch. Amma waited for you to say something to her then. But your interest was in speaking ill of others with your friends. Can't Amma expect for herself a small percentage of love, daughter's love for her friend? She wondered. Oh no, a mother should not have such hopes. Children have their own world. At times, they don't even like their mother entering that world. While walking back from work, Amma's eyes were on your every step. The slab covering the drain on your way back was about to break into pieces. Will my daughter step on it? Will my daughter step on it? Was Amma's thoughts. Saved just by a step. Amma was relieved. While you were crossing the road, Amma's heart sank. My daughter did not notice the speeding car coming by. Oh my God, my child! Amma had to act quickly. All she could lay her hand was on a fly that came and sat on your face. It took a moment for you to rub your eyes, and that moment the car went past. Though Amma does not know any god or goddess, God calls out to God. But how is that not a word of thanks to the Vishwashakti, the universal power, dropped out from your lips? The evening chanting could be heard clearly through the loudspeakers in the nearby temple. You used to sing those prayers when you were young. Amma was so eager to hear you singing those once again. Alas, the fruitless hopes of a mother. Amma then joined you in completing the evening chores, calling to your attention the right things at the right time, lending a helping hand and transmitting enthusiasm to your tired mind. Amma knows that a married daughter who has also become a mother will be able to remember her own mother only at the very last moment of the day. Finally, daughter switched off the kitchen light. A few moments were left before going to bed. Amma, living like an orphan in the dusty glass frame of the altar, behind the tarnished lamp, lit by the servant so that she doesn't get scoldings. Amma waited there hopefully for a glance from my daughter. It was then that the sound of the TV arose, the television. Amma went to see what her daughter's favorite program on the TV was. It was a mindless story, interspersed with tasteless advertisements. Daughter was yawning and rubbing her eyes. If it was so boring, why can't she just stand up and walk away? Amma thought. Instead, she is watching the whole program, criticizing the producers, criticizing the actors. Keeping the homework aside, the little daughter is also sitting next to you watching the TV. If the gardener himself lets the flower buds be attacked by pests, to whom can we complain? You should be taking care of your daughter. Can a mother contain all her inner sorrows in a sigh? No. At least before going to bed, utter one word or think of Amma at least once, or a thought of prayer. This day has gone like this. You never remembered me. Tomorrow, my daughter will certainly remember me. Sleep well, daughter. Let Amma cover you with the sheet of beautiful dreams. Even if her daughter doesn't know it, let Amma's warm kisses moisten her forehead, along with an accidental teardrop. All of a sudden, Amma stood up, suddenly as if waking up from a dream. Oh Lakshmi, what did I say? Don't write those things to my daughter. My child will be hurt if she hears all this. Amma could not speak to you because of the rush. Don't worry, Amma is always with you. Kisses, my darling daughter. Kisses, kisses, kisses. This is all you should write to her. Amma, you haven't eaten anything, said Lakshmi. When will you eat? And even before she could finish the sentence, Amma said, it doesn't matter. It is time for darshan. My children must be anxiously waiting for me outside. And Amma leaves. This is a beautiful article that was written by one of Amma's monastic disciples. Part of it is his imagination, but it is out of how Amma really doles herself out for others. in New Jersey, we had a discussion past this because there's so many things we could discuss about in this article. But I thought of a point that I wanted to stress, given this article, specifically the point that Amma says, or the whole article is on the premise of Amma always being with us as a shadow that she mentions in the article, as it is mentioned in the article. Amma is ever with her children like a shadow. That is what I wanted to talk about. I just have 3 points. We say God is always watching us. God is always with us. What does that mean when we say God is always with us, or Amma is always with us, Amma is always watching us? I understand this at 3 levels. The first one, the divine or Amma are literally watching us. I'm sure all of us have experiences with respect to that. Being thousands of miles away, you would hear or you would have an experience wherein Amma exactly knew what you were doing. I remember one such experience with myself. A few years ago, sometimes Amma just doles out love to you so that you feel good. Definitely there's a reason behind it. So that year, Amma kept telling me a few times that a particular bhajan that I sang, whenever I sang that bhajan, it specifically had a part wherein I would call out Amma in that bhajan. Amma said every time you would sing that, Amma would just forget everything else. Amma would just stop giving darshan and just get pulled away into the song. Amma told me that. I know Amma is beyond likes and dislikes. Amma is beyond all this. But just so that I feel good, probably Amma mentioned that. But Amma did mention that she gets pulled away. So she mentioned that a few number of times to me, both during the US tour in summer and the Europe tour in winter, in fall. So I remember a few months after the Europe tour, I was visiting one of the devotees' places, devotees' home for a puja. And they requested me to sing this particular song. I sang that song, and every time I came to the part wherein I would call out Amma, a thought struck. Is Amma listening to it now? Will Amma get pulled into the song? Even now, she's sitting thousands of miles away in Amritapuri. Would she hear it? Was the thought I had. The second time when the Amma came in the song, again the same thought came up in my mind. The third time when I sang it, again it came up in my mind. There are 3 times when you do that Amma, the long part, the calling out to Amma. The same thought again came up in my mind. It just spontaneously came. I don't know why. Believe me or not, I was still in the house. In another half an hour, I got a call, and the call was from a +91 number. +91 is India's code. And when I answered it, the brahmachari said, Amma wants to talk to you. Hold on. And lo and behold, Amma calls. And I tell Amma, I sang this particular song and it just kept coming in my mind. Would Amma listen to this? Because Amma says every time I sing this song, Amma gets carried away. I was just wondering whether you got carried away. And Amma said, I don't know why for the last half an hour, Amma kept remembering you. For I don't know why, but Amma just felt like calling you. So Amma called you. So it just tells me how Amma is just totally aware of everything that we do. But I did try singing this song many times after that. And then, of course, the thought was more artificial. I kept thinking, will Amma call me today? And Amma never called. Amma would definitely call if it came spontaneously. It came naturally. It came out of innocence, not out of ego. Anyway, the point is, the first thing when you say God is watching us, Amma is watching us, they literally are watching us. And we have enough experience to substantiate that. The second level, God or the divine or Amma, the Guru, is watching us through Mother Nature, through the law of nature. They bind us through the law of Mother Nature, and they watch us through Mother Nature. However superior or inferior we are, we have to fit into the law, the framework of Mother Nature's law. We raise a cup high up in the air, say it is made out of glass, and we let go of it. It will definitely fall down and most probably even break. It doesn't depend on whether I am rich or I am poor. It doesn't depend on whether I'm a he or a she. It doesn't depend on whether I am big or small. It just follows the nature, the law of nature. Whatever or whoever I am, whatever I am. So, the divine watches us through the law of nature. So as to bring balance in Mother Nature, or so as to bring balance in creation, Mother Nature sometimes needs to take stern steps. It's like how a toddler, plays with toys all day, strays it all around the home, totally messing up the home. The mother would tell the child, you better clean up, better put everything back. She may tell that to us a few number of times. If the child ignores or doesn't obey the mother, definitely the mother would take a stern attitude. She would become strict and make the child clean up, because that inculcates value in him, and that's the best for him, best for the home and the family. Similarly, we are in a situation such wherein Mother Nature had to take a stern step to remind us, to teach us, to point out to us that things have to change. We aren't doing certain things the way they are supposed to be. Sitting in my room contemplating on a lot of things, I just wanted to share a couple of things that I was contemplating on, which I think is more appropriate with the discussion that we have. The first thing that I want to share is, thinking about the coronavirus. Do you think the coronavirus, all of them got in together, had a meeting and said, let us wage a war against human beings? You think they have sworn human beings as their enemy, enemy, and they have decided we're going to kill all the human beings? You think the coronavirus together did that? I don't think so. They are just living their normal lives. This is how they live, and they multiply. Except for if they happen to live within a human body, it is not good for the human body. It is harmful for the human body, and it has transformed into a pandemic today. But the coronavirus specifically is not here to kill us. So if you're really thinking about it, aren't we also a pandemic to so many animals, so many species, so many creatures? Aren't we a bigger coronavirus, or aren't we a bigger virus pandemic? Or aren't we creating a bigger virus pandemic in the world? Of course, even we don't have the intention like the coronavirus, wherein we said, I'm going to kill every elephant. I want all the lions to die. I want all the rhinoceros to die. We don't have that. We definitely don't want to kill Mother Nature. But still, whatever we do, we end up exploiting Mother Nature. And we end up endangering so many species. Some of them are at the brink of extinction. And Amma brought this up very clearly and few number of times in her video message about coronavirus. Amma kept talking about the term Shraddha. Amma said, I pray that we develop Shraddha in everything that we do. Because of lack of Shraddha, we ourselves are like coronavirus. We are much bigger than coronavirus. We are creating so much havoc, so much imbalance in Mother Nature. The term Shraddha is very interesting. We could easily translate that into English as awareness. But Shraddha is much more than that. Awareness would be an incomplete translation for Shraddha. When you say, I do something with Shraddha, we mean that we do that action with full concentration. We mean that we do that action remaining completely focused and least distracted. When we say we do an action with Shraddha, we mean that we behold faith and trust in ourselves as we perform the action. We behold faith and trust in everything that is involved in that action, every person that is involved in that moment. It means that I would respect every person, everything that is involved, every every condition that we are in, I would respect that. It would mean that I would behold the right attitude and ever remain positive. It means that I will do that action with patience. It means that I will do the action with the attitude of acceptance. Whatever be the result, I would accept it. It means that we remain completely aware and conscious of what we are doing and what the consequences would be. So when you say I'm doing something with Shraddha, it involves all these. It involves concentration, focus, least distraction, faith, trust, respect, right attitude, being positive, being patient, being acceptant, the quality of acceptance, being aware, and being conscious. When we perform an action with all these qualities, or as many of these qualities, is when we are actually exercising Shraddha. So we have enough topics to contemplate on as we remain in our house in solitude. So many of these topics to contemplate on. And Amma specifically mentioned we should develop Shraddha. As a matter of fact, coronavirus, because of the coronavirus, more importantly, not because of coronavirus, because human beings decided to lock themselves up in their homes, there are so many things, so many positive things that are happening in the world. I was watching a news footage that showed dolphins returning back to the Italian coasts. It was showing how the water canals in Venice have turned so much clear because of the motorboats are not going through, people are not littering the place. The news footage was showing how otters were walking around, roaming in Singapore by the waterfront. It was showing two cute little elephants playing with each other, pushing each other, spraying sand on each other in an open ground. What's so special about it? Because if they were not doing that, if human beings were all active, they would be performing in front of 1,000 human beings, screaming at them inside a tent in a circus. That's not what they are meant for. They are meant to do this, play with each other out in the open. Different news articles are pointing to how the air quality has improved in so many places. Even the most polluted cities in the world, the air quality has gone up. There were news articles that talked about how nitrogen dioxide level has gone down in China and in European countries. In Columbia University did a study, and they announced that in New York City, the carbon dioxide emission has gone down by 5 to 10% just in the last few days. So the amount of hurt that we create to Mother Nature, just living our day-to-day life. Why? Because we lack Shraddha. So that is the first point I wanted to discuss. The second point is about ego, ahankara, or pride. We definitely realize, we definitely know that we are greatest of all beings. We are greatest of all the species. We are the superior beings living on the face of earth. Human beings are invincible. But given this situation, we are terrified by whom? By organisms that are not even visible to the naked eye. They are microscopic organisms, and they are creating fear in us. Isn't that an irony? They have literally brought our lives to standstill, not in one city, not in one country, literally all around the world. We are in an unprecedented situation. So we need to understand, or we need to think about, another point we need to think about is our ego empowering us, or is it actually making us gullible? That's another point we need to contemplate on. Is our ego being our best friend, or is it doing a disservice to us? The Bhagavad Gita chapter 6 has a verse that goes as Uddharet atmanatmanam na atmanam avasadhayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Uddharet atmanam. Raise your own self. By who? By your own self. You need to utilize your own self to raise yourself up. Na atmanam avasadhaye. Don't let yourself fall down. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu. Atmaiva hi atmano bandhu. Bandhu, your confidant, your best friend, your relative. Who is your best friend? Atma, your own self. You are your best friend. And Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. And who is your worst enemy? It's not that particular satsang member who is creating problem for you in your satsang. It is Atma, your own self. We are our best friends. We are our worst enemy. We don't have to blame others. So I feel if we do action with Shraddha, as Amma pointed out, we would be our own best friends. If we do action under the purview of ego, if we do action out of pride, we ourselves become our own worst enemy. It's not someone else, it's not something else. It is our own self. I thought it would be good. You could also think about it. Probably you already are contemplating on this. Shraddha and Ahankara. So we were talking about how God is watching us. The first one is literally watching us. Two, through Mother Nature, through the law of nature. The third one is we ourselves are watching ourselves. That is the third level. We being our own inner conscience is watching us in every action, every thought that is being processed in us. Amma gives a beautiful story. A few years ago, she used to share this story about a king who wants to test his two sons in terms of their maturity, in terms of their knowledge. And he gives them each a bag and tells them this bag is filled with precious things. You need to go somewhere and hide it so that no one knows where it is. He asks both of them to go and hide it somewhere. Both of them leave, and after many days, the first son, comes back, and he's really tired. And father asks him what happened. He said, I was really trying to hide this thing wherein no one could find it, no one could see it. I went to the town and there were so many people around, I couldn't find a place where I could hide it safely. Then I went to a village. Even there were a lot of people. So I didn't know where to hide. Then I went to the forest. When I went to the forest, there were a lot of trees, there were animals, they were all watching me. So even there, it wasn't safe. I finally reached a desert. And when I reached the desert, I found there was nobody around. So I dug a pit, securely, put the bag under there. And I have succeeded in what you had asked me to do. The second son never returned. He just didn't come back for days and weeks. And finally he comes back, but he comes back with the bag. And the father asks him, were you not able to do it? Your brother was able to successfully hide it somewhere. Weren't you able to do it? And the second son says, no, I went to the town. There were so many people, so I went to the village. There was still a lot of people there. I went to the forest. There were a lot of animals. There were trees. They were all watching me. Then I went to the desert and there was nobody watching me. So I thought I will dig the pit. I started doing that. That's when I understood I am watching what is happening. And wherever I went, I was watching what was happening. So I couldn't follow your words. You said no one should be watching you, or no one should know where you have hidden it. But I would know where I hid it. So there is no place where I am not watching myself. So God watches us, the Almighty watches us, Amma watches us through our own self, through our conscience. The Holy Bible, the Acts chapter 22, verse 15, it says, for thou shalt be the witness for him. For thou shalt be the witness for him. We, of course, that was proclaimed in a different context, but when we think about it spiritually, we are the witness for the divine every moment of our life. We are completely aware of every thought. Our conscience is completely aware of every action that we perform, and we are answerable to our own conscience. So God is watching us. Amma is watching us at 3 levels. 1, literally watching us. 2, through Mother Nature. And that's why we are in this dire situation. And 3, through our own self. So given the situation that we are in, let us interact with our own conscience. Utilize this time in solitude to touch base with our conscience. Let us contemplate and see how can we make life much more meaningful. Let us, in addition to the contemplation, let us make it a point to spend quality time with our dear and near ones. Let us not fail to explicitly express love and compassion towards them. We sometimes forget to do that in our busy life otherwise. Let them know that you love and you care. If possible, go that extra mile, walk that extra mile. That would make them happy. Let us do that through our actions, through our words, through our intentions. We could probably cook together, eat together, watch a movie together, sitting at home. Probably we never get time to do that otherwise. And most importantly, let us spend time together, spend meaningful time together. Let us discuss about Amma and Amma's teachings. Let us meditate together. Let us chant for some time together or sing bhajans together. I think that would really improve the bond that we have. We have a very beautiful opportunity now wherein we are spending so much time with each other. We don't get to do that otherwise. And along with this, let us definitely utilize time to be in solitude and contemplate on what are the things that are pending in our lives, what are the things that are incomplete in our lives, and seriously think about how can we change that. Let us pray to our most beloved Amma to help us with that, to make our time much more fruitful, the time that we're getting in solitude. And of course, pray that the situation in the world changes at the earliest with Amma's grace, with divine grace, and pray that we are able to execute things with much more shraddha, applying least amount of exploitative attitude towards Mother Nature. Let us sincerely pray for that. Thanks for your patience. Om Amriteshwariyai Namah. We'll just sing a couple more bhajans and then conclude. I'm not sure how many of you are still with me. Probably I've scared a few of you already, but I hope a few of you are with me still. We'll just sing a couple of bhajans and pray for world peace and conclude. Om Amriteshwariyai Namah. Devi Kamita Daini Karunalaye Devi Karunalaye Devi Kamita Daini Katyayani Gauri Shambhavi Shankari Karunalaye Devi Kamita Daini Katyayani Gauri Shambhavi Shankari Karunalaye Devi Kamita Daini Katyayani Gauri Shambhavi Amriteshwari Namaha. We'll conclude with this last bhajan. As we sing this bhajan, let us wholeheartedly, sincerely pray to the Almighty that every being in the creation be happy, content and peaceful, with this song ending with the peace prayer Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And after singing that, we will together continue chanting Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu for 5 more minutes and then conclude the Satsang. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् खुशियों की बहार चलती रहे जग में शांति समाए रहे खुशियों की बहार चलती रहे जग में शांति समाए रहे। निष्काम निस्वार्थ बने रहे प्रभु तेरी ओर बढ़ते रहे। निष्काम निस्वार्थ बने रहे प्रभु तेरी ओर बढ़ते रहे। खुशियों की बहार चलती रहे। सुखी रहे सभी जग में, सुखी रहे सभी जग में। भगवान दिखे सबको सब में, भगवान दिखे सबको सब में। भगवान दिखे सबको सब में, भगवान दिखे सबको सब में। प्यार की ज्योति जले मन में, प्यार की ज्योति जले मन में। जिए सभी सदा मिलन में, प्यार की ज्योति जले मन में। जिए सभी सदा मिलन में। खुशियों की बहार चलती रहे। मिलके हम पूजे, मिलके हम चाहे, जपे हम सदा। मिलके हम पूजे, मिलके हम चाहे, जपे हम सदा। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ 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 Sukhino Let us, for 5 minutes, together chant the peace prayer Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, and then conclude the Satsang. Let us sincerely pray to the Almighty that every being in the creation be happy, content, and peaceful. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की जय. जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की जय. जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की जय. Om Amriteshwarye Namah. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for coming together. As Amma says, praying together for world peace definitely has an effect. It may be subtle, but definitely has an effect. Let us pray for Amma's grace. Hopefully things will change. The situation changes at the earliest. Om Amriteshwarye Namah.